Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, KGRA proudly brings to you its Pop Culture Minefield's Dork Side of the Ring! The Dork Knight, Danny Ballard, the Atmosphere, Joe Rivers, the Dork Side of the Ring! And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it! Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Dork Side of the Ring. I am your host, Danny the Dork Knight. Today we will be going over our predictions for the Elimination Chamber, which is in 6 days. With me today, my co-host with the most, Mr. JoesAtmosfere. How you doing, buddy? Missed you last week.
Yeah, I hated I couldn't be here, man. We had the crew of Barkus and Meow jazz brunch. Actually, I was dressed up as my comic book character. Both me and my wife were. So, yeah, we had to miss it. I'm sorry about that, man.
Oh, no worries. But the pictures you sent me were cool. So I saw you and your lady.
Yeah, we had a really good time, man. I mean, it's Mardi Gras season. It's, us folks in Louisiana, those that don't know the history, we were the last ones that had to give up our 18-year-old drinking because they threatened to take our highway money from us. So we were the last state that jacked it up to 21. We look for reasons to party down here.
Right on.
But, yeah, it's the roll up to Fat Tuesday for us. It's Mardi Gras season down here, so we're having a good time.
Right on.
Yep.
Well, Johnny Rock is
we know what he's doing.
A bastard.
If you
Super Bowl didn't even start for 6 hours.
Look, brother, if you want to if you want to show the folks, hang on a second. Let's see. If this would be good practice for you. If you want to show the folks what it's all about today, go ahead and throw that up there and show them. Yeah, it's all about that today, folks.
Oh,
yeah.
God, whatever.
Yeah, God, whatever. Hey, some of us do sports ball, my friend.
Hey, you said doo-doo. Anyway, you know what's great though, because an amazing human that was the stand-in for you last week is standing in for Johnny Rock today. Everybody, welcome to the panel, Mr. Ryan Roger Athay.
Yes.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, brother. Hold up. There you go. Unmute your
mic. Blooper.
There he is. Yeah, my man lives with his
that's
bloopers. Love it.
Yeah, right. That's his shtick.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. That's what I was supposed to say, but I muted myself. My goodness. But it'll be great to talk about the predictions for Elimination Chamber, which is due in 6 days, as Dork Knight made clear. And hopefully the underdogs win the Super Bowl or bowl. Can't speak.
That's right.
Despite the fact
I hope they get all the whatever team you want. I hope they get all the home runs they can. So.
Oh my gosh, man.
So,
it's look, before we move off the Super Bowl, I personally think it should be a national holiday. I don't think anybody should have to go to work on Monday because it is. There's more people. Just look at the advertisers' cost. I mean, the last I checked, it is still the highest ad buy in the world.
Only thing I care about today, as far as the Super Bowl goes, is the Picard commercial that's going to air during.
Everything, all the big trailers. Whatever the next Marvel movie, I think the Marvels trailer drops today during the Super Bowl.
I mean, I could give 2 squirts of monkey piss.
I understand that, but I'm just saying the big stuff, it's all going to drop today. Even people that don't watch football watch the Super Bowl to see commercials that come on.
For the commercials. I don't know if they're going to do it. Like sometimes don't they drop them kind of early?
Yeah.
Like on YouTube, you know?
They will. And I haven't even looked at them. I want to see them during the game. That's half of the party is seeing what pops out there. It's fun.
I guess.
Yeah, I know you don't get it. It's okay. We got a shared love of wrestling. That's why you and I are friends.
Yeah. Speaking of, are you going to go over RVD's announcement he made on your State of the Apron where he's heading?
No, you're going to have to help me out with it this week, I guess. I didn't hear anything about that.
Well, it's probably just because, we buzzed.
He's in Vegas. It's probably, is it national or local? His announcement?
I think it's in Japan. That's why I don't like, it's called NOAA. Have you heard of that?
NOAA, yes. I do know what NOAA is. I'd have to look up what the acronym stands for. But,
anyway,
I have heard of it. Yes.
So, to celebrate my boy going back to the ring for some full-time action, I'm wearing my shirt. Love me some RVD.
RVD, man. That's right.
The whole
the thumbs and everything.
Hey, I want to say hello to the lovely Sherry in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. And to Broken Birds, my good friend Amanda. I harassed all my friends with text messages, and she's the only one that came so far. So thank you. Gosh, Joe.
Yes.
You missed Ryan last week.
I did, and I love Ryan to death. He's one of the first guys that promoted my channel, and I really appreciate it. Yes. Yeah. And I keep up with him. I love his videos. He's a good voice out there for reviewing the different channels that there is to offer on YouTube. And the other thing I dig is the few interviews he does, the live streams that he does.
You did one last night. I was watching. I followed that guy. Yeah. What was it?
Cannoli Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. Yeah. I knew Sasquatch was in it.
Now you're in Great Britain, right, Ryan?
Yes, I'm based in the United Kingdom. I have my own show called Reality Based. We're not professionals, so I don't think we'll ever have any advertisers because of all the bloopers.
You never know, man. You never know what'll catch fire. Bro.
Hey, you
just keep doing it. If you dig it, you just keep doing it.
Hey, Joe Cronin, what's up? If you want to join, I think I sent you the link, man. We'd love to have you. I'll get rid of the overlay so we can have four screens. I was watching Joe's show. Joe's got I didn't realize how huge he was. My buddies over at Brian and Shane, you have the Popcast. You guys familiar with the Popcast? It's an awesome channel, and Shane's my buddy. Brian's all right. But I met Joe in one of their chats. And he talked about wrestling. I was like, "What? Hey, come join." And then I watched his show last night. I realized he's freaking huge. And he made a dick joke about it. I meant like his channel's huge.
Right.
But so thanks for coming. Oh, hey, look at that. The baby mama here, ex-wife number 2, Stacy's in the house. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah. She's probably like gathering evidence for some kind of child support.
Yo, man, one of my exes shows up. I'm out of here, bro. This is how you'll know. It'd be like this. No, it ain't me. It ain't me. Matter of fact, I have to change that picture too. Swear to God, man. Yikes.
Yeah. So, I did you guys watch all of before we get into the WWE? Did you guys watch any of the AEW product this week?
I didn't get to see AEW at all.
Unfortunately.
Okay, no. I don't feel bad. You missed last week, Joe, and I said that I have been gradually falling out of love with AEW, which is ironic because
bro. That's why people aren't watching it.
Yeah, it's ironic because AEW is what got me back into wrestling. Yes, Amanda, this is the show I want you to guest on to answer your question. And yes, Stacy, I got to put that up. Oh my God, that's so funny. What she said. How do I do this? There we go. Best ex-wife ever. She is. She really is. She really is. We're still good friends. I have my son. Our son is.
I was fixing to say that
our daughter's with her.
Got a kid. Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't. Well, I mean, my first ex-wife. Yeah. Yes, Amanda. She is the best ex-wife ever. So Amanda is friends with Stacy and I. And hey, Boosh is in the house. What's up, Boosh?
McFadden.
Yeah.
Ryan is everywhere, Boosh. Ryan is everywhere.
I try my best.
The man doesn't stop.
Everywhere,
he has to tweet
always.
out when he's going to bed to let everybody know he's going to bed.
Yeah,
so they won't bother him.
I saw that. He's like, yeah, I've noticed that since I started following you. He does. He's like, good night, everyone. And it must be like, don't fucking message me.
And he lets you know what he's going to do all day. When he gets up, he tweets out, hey, we're going to do 5 videos today. Hope you enjoy it. Have a good day.
Yeah.
We watch, Boosh. Ryan. We watch.
Yes, Boosh has it right. Ryan is omnipresent.
Yes, he is. He's everywhere. That's right.
So, like I was saying, oh, hey, Mom.
Good to see you.
Oh, my nephew. Yeah, my sister's kid. It still confuses me. He's only a year. Like, I haven't even met the little turd yet, because they're out in North Carolina. But he's cute as hell. She sends me pictures all the time. He's adorable. But all babies are. I'm sure he's gonna grow up to be just as ugly and shitty as his dad. So it's all good. Hey, Mom, why don't you have sis come on? Send BB the link. That'd be fun.
Right.
So I can roast her.
Getting back to AEW, they're not booking well, man. They've got wrestlers that should be just you got guys like Daniel Bryan on that roster.
Brian Danielson.
Yes, Brian Danielson, whatever you want to call him now. I'm going to call him by the first name I've seen.
Well, Amanda, whoa, hold up. I'm sorry. I'm getting somebody's throwing some. Amanda, I love you. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't leave. Don't do that. Come on.
Anyway. We're talking wrestling, young lady. But
she's a huge. That's why I want to have her as a guest one. She's a huge Sting fan. She's like, oh my god. She gave me these discs, these floppies. Remember those things that she used to save, I guess, stuff like wrestling stuff on. And in 3 of these discs were dedicated to Sting's ass. I am not kidding. And I was like, wow, yeah. Sorry to throw you out. So.
Oh man, intense. But
anyway,
they're just. He doesn't know what he's doing over there, man. Look, at some point, you have to start doing some long-term storylines, and he was. That's why a lot of people were watching. And now all of a sudden, he's turned into the guy that's changing the script every other show, right? And WWE's got the best storyline that's been going on in wrestling for half a year.
What the hell? Ever since Triple H took over, it is so good. Like, I never, ever, ever thought I would say that, like what I just said about WWE.
And it's not just him. I mean, we'll get into it when we start breaking down the shows. But how good was that promo with Paul Heyman and Cody?
Dude, don't.
I'm just saying
they're doing things
better. And look, you know why they're doing it better? Because AEW showed up. Okay,
exactly. Competition
makes it better, and AEW will come back around. But right now, look, the brawl out situation has diminished their product. I'm sorry, it has. One of their best players is in flux. CM Punk, we don't know if he's coming back or not. And those asshats, the friggin' Young Bucks, are
fucking Hardley boys.
Yes. I wish so much that Kenny Omega would get away from those two fools.
Twinkle Toes and the Harley. What else does he call? He calls him the Cook.
I don't know what. I love listening to my man Cornette, but I can't remember all his nicknames.
I love Cornette. Yeah, he's got So I got to address a couple things real quick in the chat. So Broken Birds. No, McMahon, he retired and then he unretired in like what was essentially a coup. We talked about it a few episodes back. Excuse me. So I'll send you a link. You can get all the info. But no, he's just not. He's only back on the board to help with the sale of WWE.
Sale and let's be clear. Let me before we go any further with that. Let's be clear about this. He's back to protect his wallet. Okay, he's a major stockholder of that company.
Did you see that image?
He's not necessarily going to sell. He's either there to help the negotiations with the new. The whole big thing about the sale and everything, guys, it's because their broadcasting contracts are up at the end of the year.
Yes,
and they have to get new ones.
Well, they're
that's what it's all about.
Distribution deals. So with Fox and with USA,
with Fox and USA. So they're either going to sell which will make their stockholders a shit pot full of money. Whatever's going to be best
I'm about
for
to
him,
give you the numbers.
you know,
I thought I sent you the picture. Did I not?
No wonder they're doing so well entertainment-wise. They're quite literally trying to say, this is us at our best, so invest.
Right. And if you want to buy Disney or, you know, some huge company that has the money to do it, hey, make us an offer. You know, I mean, they've got to do what's best for the board members, being a public company. Same situation. Elon Musk leveraged with Twitter. Same kind of thing. And this is the time to do it because the contracts are up this year. They're going to be huge.
Check
the
this out.
amounts they're going to get out of the next set, especially the way they've been doing, it's going to be a lot of money. Yeah.
So
that's why he's back, to protect his wallet. Just make that clear. They're not necessarily going to sell. He's either there to get a whole shit pot, either from a sale or the new contracts. That's
all right. So I just put it in our group chat, but I'm going to share. I want you guys to see this. This is insane. The amount of money Vince McMahon is looking to make. This was just reported. You know how here it is. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So
what you got?
Let me share.
Throw it up there, man.
I'm trying, man. Jesus, I'm slow.
It's okay. They've changed the way you do it. You have to go through a couple of screens now.
Well, they got rid of where's the tab? I can't do. Now it has to be Microsoft Edge tab. What the hell?
No, it's still there. You look all the way to the
okay. Window. It's called Window now. All right. So look at this. Let me get rid of this comment real quick. All right, look at that. WWE's reportedly looking to be sold for around $8 billion. If that happens, Vince McMahon will make around $2.5 billion.
That's why he's there, folks. To protect
and look at it's like playing Keno. Second place is his daughter, 170 million. So like the drop off is 2.5 billion.
He's
with
the largest stockholder.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, and look at poor Triple H. He'll only get 8 million. And, only 8 million. Only 8 million. I mean, that's crazy, right? Good God, man. Yeah.
But that's why he's back. He's not necessarily now. Look, we know Vince. He's an egomaniac, but I think he sees the proof in the pudding. The ratings are up. I'm sure their gate is up. I'm sure their merchandise is up.
Well, no thanks to McMahon, though.
What I'm saying is he doesn't need to mess with the creative, and I believe that's why he hasn't done it. What he's there for is the corporate side of it, making as much money for the company as he can to protect his own wallet. That's why he's there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but still, the way he did it was a gangster. The way he came back in, because they all voted unanimously. No, you can't come back in December.
If you don't expect gangster tactics out of Vince McMahon, the guy that screwed his own father over to get the company, come on, bro.
Hey, Anima, thanks. I know you don't like wrestling. I appreciate you coming by to say hi, hitting a thumbs up. Shouldn't you be like on a date with Gary right now? Get out of here. What's wrong with you? Come on. Just kidding. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's just there to hopefully he stays in the background. Now we know he's an egomaniac. He could most definitely step right over Paul Levesque anytime he wants to and say, okay, we're going to go with NXT 3.0 and we're going to make it psychedelic. And
no, I don't think so, man. I think the proof is always in the pudding. There's no
and they had
arguing.
A record year for profits last year.
There's no arguing the fact. Well, not just that. Take a look. Royal Rumble was the most watched Royal Rumble ever. Had the highest gate of any Royal Rumble ever. Triple H is doing this right. Look at this. Hold up. I love you too. You best tell Gary you're welcome from me. Anyway.
But let's hope he stays in his lane. Stays in the boardroom and lets Paul Levesque handle the product.
I got to get better at this. I forget that we're on KGRA now.
Yes.
It's week 2. I'll get better at this. At the top of the show, I should have said, hey guys, and welcome to KGRA's, blah, 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 blah. But I'll get better. But, I keep putting up these little chat bubbles. and I forget that people on the radio can't hear.
That's right. You got to read the chat.
I'm gonna have to read them. Yeah, I need to read them. So I'll start doing that. All right. Well, we've been. We got a super chat.
Oh,
Amanda, I love you. But this money goes to Gary, not me. But thank you anyway. Broken Birds for $5. I know it's not much, but super support pro wrestling.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
And not just. Hey, I want to point this out because I think I told you recently, my stepson reffed his first local match a few months back. And,
Amanda used to be a ref. That's why I want to have her on, man. She's got so many fascinating stories.
He's coming to town next Sunday, and if he gets back in time, I don't know if he's going to get here in time for the show. I'm going to be here, but my wife's going to pick him up in Dallas. It's about 2.5 hours down the road from us. I'm in northern Louisiana, Ryan. I don't know how.
Dear God, you live closer to Dallas than I did when I lived in the state of Texas. That's crazy.
Right? Yeah. But anyway, if I can get him on, I'll throw up the footage and I'll get him on. We'll interview him about his little interaction with pro wrestling in his part of Maryland. But watch it in all its forms. If you got local wrestlers, go see them, support it, man, because you never know.
Foundation.
You might see one of these guys in the WWE one day.
You know, all the talent you can get in this day and age, folks, because things are looking up on the major wrestling brand, and hopefully that will inspire more and more people to get involved in an industry. It's not easy. It's one of the most injury-prone industries in the United States of America, which is saying something considering the NFL and the NBA and all those different forms.
Dude, I got offered free tickets to the Golden Knights hockey game today. And it was funny because he can't give them away because why are they running hockey against the Super Bowl? I don't get it, man.
It sounds dumb, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's like,
take a day off. Yeah. Do it the day after.
Like I said, even people that don't watch football watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's a party day.
Yeah.
So
no, but what happened was, so my buddy Mike, who I went to college with, is one of my closest friends. I've known him, God, that was 97. You do the math, long ass time. And
25, 26 years.
Something like that. Yeah. He won tickets to Ellis Island, which is some casino out here. I've actually one of the few I've never been to, and I've lived here 14 years. And for some kind of like Super Bowl watch party that's got like all you can eat, all you can drink, and they're like $150 tickets, and he won them. So he called me. He's like, and it was so funny because he goes, Danny, I know, like, I was like, we can get on the phone. He's like, Danny, I know this is going to be just like if you were to ask me if I wanted to go to like a WrestleMania watch party, because I would know what the hell's going on. But I won these tickets. You want to go? Like, and I was like, so I thought it was funny because like he is to football what I am to wrestling. If you're like, it's just funny.
Right.
So I don't even know. Whatever team he's cheering for, I'll cheer for. I don't know which team. Way. Yeah.
If you want your lady to be happy, root for the Chiefs today.
Why?
Because her Giants got knocked out by the Eagles.
That's she's literally wearing an Eagles hat today.
So well, maybe she's pulling for him. Maybe she's pulling for her division. I don't know. But I know she don't like the Eagles if she's a true Giants fan. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, I try to go see the local wrestlers as much as I can. And I try and go see, of course, there aren't as many WWE house shows since COVID. They've started them up again, but they haven't come through my area yet. So
yeah, AEW's starting house shows now. Did you see that news? Yeah, their first ones in some podunk town
outside of the
Ohio.
Tuesday outside of the Wednesday show.
Yeah,
Dynamite?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. It's called like it's got some kind of name with the word house. Or I'll look it up. You guys keep talking.
Well, he's got to do something with that huge ass roster. That's another one of his problems, man. I mean, look, you want to get into AEW's problems, they got to cut some of this roster. I mean, you got guys like Pentagon Jr. Yeah, they just got done with that 6-man thing with the Young Bucks, but
it's called the AEW House Rules Tour.
Okay.
It starts March 18th in Troy, Ohio, and then they're going to be doing a bunch of.
They're going to swing around the country.
They really need to do, because people like, Jade Cargill, for example, they need the practice,
the work,
without being on live television. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because look, you're now, folks, if you love wrestling and you've been to shows, you know this already. But if you don't and you just watch it on television, house shows are a lot different in many ways than a regular show you'd see on TV. They're playing to the camera on TV.
Yeah.
Whenever you see them live, they're telling the story. When we say a good storyteller in the ring, you have to be that to do house shows, because that's where you're doing it. They give the entrance and then they're doing it all in the ring. They're not on a big monitor. It's not like that. Everything's told from right there in the ring. So it's a lot different product when you see it live. It really is.
Well, hey, for a second, speaking of product, I don't know if you guys know, but one of the sponsors for today's show is Fuel Up.
Heard about this stuff.
Yes, Fuel Up Hydration. This is the stuff that gets me going. It's got 180 milligrams of caffeine. I think I said that right. Oh, look at that. And it's delicious.
Oh. On top of that, it's awesome, right?
Yeah. Vitamin the Vegman. No, I'm just joking. And for any of you kids watching, if you don't get the reference, Google it.
Yeah, Google it. A very, very funny lady who actually was part of the reason why Star Trek ended up on TV. A very funny lady.
Yes.
Desilu Production Studios. That's right.
Yes. Okay, you're giving away too much now. Anyway, yes. So I need to share this thing here. If I can find it. Here it is.
You can do it, man. I have faith
I'm working.
in you.
Yeah, I'm trying.
If nothing else,
so for those of you
on the internet.
Yes, so for those of you listening, I'm showing a Dork Side of the Ring Fuel Up Hydration promotion. The link is in the chat. Or I'm sorry, in the description. I guess I should put it in the chat. See, so for those of you wondering why the production value is a little off today, it's because John's not here. So yeah. Anyway, I'll do it after I get off. I can't figure out how to do more than one thing at a time. So anyway, go to the link in the description. I'll also put it in the chat. It is the Dork Side of the Ring. I can't. I'm scrolling on my screen, not this screen. Anyway, so here you go. So we've got Fuel Up Wake. That's what I'm drinking right now. Fuel Up Play, which I need to get because it helps with concentration. Everybody knows I'm an ADHD to the max. And then Fuel Up Rest, which is got the what's that called? The melatonin in it. Melatonin. I like to call it melatonin. Anyway, so yeah. So if you use the link or the promo code Dork Ring, you'll get free shipping on your order. That's Fuel Up. Yes, Fuel Up Hydration. And the link is, now that I can look it up, the link is fuelup.gg/Dork Ring. That's fuelup.gg/Dork Ring. And you too can have some delicious Fuel Up with free shipping.
Check it out.
Which is always good, ladies and gentlemen. I hate paying large shipping costs. So anything that's free shipping is good on my end.
Right. Well, especially because you're in the UK, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He's paying for that to get stuff from the States. That's for sure.
Look at that. She didn't like how I said melatonin or melatonin.
It's the stuff that makes you go to sleep.
Yes.
Melatonin.
She knows what it is.
Yeah.
So I'll get better at these things. But you usually have a producer in the back or a chat manager or whatever.
Our man, Das Wolfen, he unfortunately had a laptop problem that he doesn't know when he's going to be rebounding.
No, it wasn't his laptop. It was his power supply and his PC.
Really? His PC?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, that's even worse. I thought it was his laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. That's even worse. But yeah, he'll be back as soon as he can. Well, he can't really do his job or anything without that thing. So he'll be getting back to it pretty quick. But yeah.
No, well, I mean, I was telling him the other, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was like, bro, if you, I've literally got like 5 or 6 of those things just sitting in my garage is like a spare, like computer spare parts out the wazoo. It's ridiculous. I've got like 3 monitors.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to drive out here for a power supply, he could, I don't think so though.
No,
anyway.
Send it to him, dude. Send it to him.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I'll have to. Yeah, okay.
It's not that
well,
far
it depends on what kind of power supply he needs because they're the different types and wattages and things like that. And I tell you what, my ex-wife and my good friend Amanda are just having way too much fun in the chat with each other. But that's
what you get.
That's fine.
You invite them, they show up.
Hey,
they'll have a good time.
Yeah. It's all good. Anywho, okay, so we're 30 minutes in. I barely made it through my first ad. We still have 2 more plus the big break. So let's. So we all
are we done with AEW?
Yeah, because none of us watched it.
Yeah. And look, Moxley's good. I'm not poo-pooing on the product. I just wish it was better, and it's definitely on the downturn right now. So, but it'll bounce back. They'll figure it out.
Uncle Dave, do you need them, honey? Yeah. So Uncle Dave, do you know who I'm talking about when I say Uncle Dave? You're a Cornette fan. Uncle Dave is saying that there's actually a chance that CM Punk is going to come back.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Did you hear about that?
If he's an idiot, if he doesn't
exactly,
you've heard me to come back,
he's you don't have to pay him. He has to pay him to fire him. He's already got, you know what I mean? So he's an idiot if he doesn't
buy him out.
Yeah, if he doesn't come back, if he doesn't let him come back and turn this into a money-making fucking story. Imagine Punk and FTR versus Twinkle Toes and the Harley Boys for the trios titles.
Just him and MJF is enough. Trust me. Him and MJF
they need to turn the real life thing into an angle. That's
you're right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. And all right, I got to get rid of this. Hold up, I got to get rid of this. We have a very, very special guest. I am super excited. We've got the one and only Mr. Joe Cronin from the Joe Cronin Show. How you doing, bud? Oh, you're muted. You're muted, buddy. You're muted. Another
Check
blooper.
Out the belt he's got back there.
I know, right?
Cool.
I won it. My wife won it last night. Yeah, my coffee came, so I had to wait for that to come. I was just not able to function. They're like, Dunkin' Donuts is on fire. I can't get your food and coffee right now. Like, okay.
So, hey, we were just about to wrap up AEW because none of us watched it this week. Did you watch any of the AEW this week?
I did watch AEW.
Anything worthwhile to mention?
Yeah, if you didn't see the MJF promo yet, you should watch that. It's kind of controversial. So like 3 things came out of the MJF like the promo. One was that like some people loved it and they were like, this is why the guy's great, absolutely killer promo. And so much so that the cops were called and his local police department has been called like 500 times now.
Oh yeah. I heard that story. Oh my God. Yes.
Then there's the other, there's also the side of people that found it like distasteful or whatever, for like multiple reasons.
What the hell did he say? What happened? Dude, I don't know about this.
Please tell him because I know what it is, but tell him, Joe.
I found it great because I'm sick, obviously, but he was like, I moved.
Be good.
He painted this big picture of his prom night and this car that he had, and basically crashed the car under the influence or something like that.
and
then
switch seats. Okay, I read about this. Is that a true story?
Wasn't there what we like to call here in Louisiana Hummer involved too? Something like that.
That's right. Yeah. So I don't know what we do on this show, so I don't want to. But he basically did this sexual test.
You do whatever you want.
Okay.
No, there's a disclaimer.
Oral.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good enough. Oral. That's all you need to know.
Because it's funny we met because like Star Trek, and we talked. That's how we kind of met and whatever.
Yeah.
I obviously we have a huge similarity of things we like, but yeah. So I'm always battling in my head with being like MJF or being like Picard. Which one? I want to be Picard, but I can't do it. I am sick. But yeah, so all those things, man. So so many people, there's that little bit of outrage from people that don't like that sort of stuff. Then there's other people that love it. Then there was this third group of people that were like, oh, I'm getting over his promos. But I thought it was good overall. I thought it was a pretty good promo. And the fact that everybody's talking about it and the cops were called. I mean, when do you see that? So,
they got inundated with calls saying he committed a crime, and oh my God, come on, guys! It's wrestling? Come on.
Again, I just read about it. Was this like an in-ring promo? Was this a backstage interview?
It was backstage, and he had been doing a lot of press recently, so I don't know if that's part of why he was backstage doing this. But he was interviewed in the backstage by an AEW interviewing an interviewer, and then I think he was on WTF with Mark Maron, and they actually put Mark Maron's podcast with him on the AEW channel, and then he'd done several other press.
Mark Maron's been wow, because he just talked to Eddie Kingston. So Mark Maron's talking to a lot of wrestlers.
So he ran a train on the locker room. I get it. I mean, Mark Maron is thirsty. I just want to say this. I know we're on this show right now, but I just out of nowhere, Mark Maron is thirsty for wrestlers naked male wrestler genitalia. I just want to put that out there. Mark exposed.
Oh my God! I wish John.
Great, by the way.
Oh no, yeah, that's why I've been begging him to come on the show, and I wish John was here because he would have been way more timely with what I'm trying. Here we go.
Behave yourself,
Dad. Oh no, I don't know. No, the really was on fire this morning. I can't believe that. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this: what do you think AEW needs to do to improve their product right now? Because they're definitely on the downslide after the brawl out situation, fallout from that.
I can't. I know they can't legally. Unfortunately, they can't really go into it. They could have taken so much advantage of that, and they're hindered by whatever we don't know about legally. But yeah, I don't know if there's 100% right answer because I don't know those legal things that are going on in the back. But I just think that they need to remember to, be consistent with a lot of people. Like there's certain things that I don't know why they're not consistent with. They start it, they stop it, they abandon it, come back.
Great example, Miro, Wardlow. They strap a rocket to the guy and then they just take it off mid-flight, kind of thing.
And I still actually don't even know this. I used to have a co-host who was wonderful with news, and he would always update everything with me, and I'm so busy now, I don't know if Wardlow is 100% injured, but somebody was saying he was injured, and I'm like, okay, but if he's injured and he's that hot, their idea was, okay, we'll delay it with the Darby stuff on the side. That's okay. But but as you're doing that, why not involve Wardlow still? When Stone Cold Steve Austin got injured in the WWE or Bret Hart or somebody, they found a way to incorporate them still in a wheelchair on the side.
Yeah. They were still involved.
Yeah. In fact, he could have hobbled. He wasn't injured enough that he couldn't have hobbled around and done something to where maybe even he's trying to help Darby Allin and then he gets assaulted, or something. So it's still building, keeping him involved. And they were just happy with kind of making go away so he could come back surprise. I just don't. They do this with everybody. They start and stop too much. And the production it's dark. I think they're getting a little better with their presentation. WWE is overproduced. So the two of them, middle ground would be good with the two production wise.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is, and it's funny to hear you saying all this stuff because they didn't start that way. They started telling long-term stories and they, it sounds to me like they need to get back to where they started, why they had people watching them. The in-ring product, it's going to be, they're the ones that bring the indies to us, and we're always going to have different kind of guys. We're going to have a lot of guys with high spots, all that good stuff. Things that on the WWE end, they're not going to lean towards unless it's a pay-per-view kind of thing. They'll do it on TV for Dynamite because that's how these guys on the indies are. They're trying to get to the big dance. And when they get there, you know, they want to show their stuff. But I don't know. I just feel like from what you were just saying, and I'm getting the same feel, it sounds like he really doesn't understand how to book, and he's throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, totally, man. It's
You know what it reminds me? I think he knows how to. I think he just is like how Vince was in a way. Like, you know, Vince would get hyper focused on a lot of the main event stuff and then leave it to whatever writers to handle all the mid card and all these sort of little things. And I think sometimes Tony is very focused on a couple of things, but he can't be focused on anything. So who knows who else is in charge of that stuff?
Yeah, dude, he's got such great wrestling minds on his payroll already. He's got Jim Ross. He's got the man. Dean Malenko is working for him. He's got Jake Roberts, I think, is still there. What's that Four Horsemen guy? Jesus.
Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard.
Blanchard,
yeah. I mean, he's got all these great wrestling minds on the payroll. I mean, he's even got, you know, one could argue he's, you know, I mean, you know, he's got Big Show and Mark Henry. I don't know if they're great wrestling minds, but he's got all these people on his payroll that could help him. But I think
that's part of the problem. I think
he's not using them.
He's going quantity instead of quality. He grabbed all these guys, and now he doesn't know what to do with them. So he's just throwing them out there.
Yeah, but my thing is like, why not have what the hell, man? You got Jim Ross. He's one of the best wrestling minds ever. Have that dude help you book. You don't have to do it all, bro. You don't have to do everything yourself. He just seems like micromanaging is a loser's game, dude.
He probably can't help himself. I mean, being there, I get that. But you're right. We don't really know 100% what's going on. I know these reorganized it recently. And I know that Arn Anderson is, I think Arn's still there, right? Arn and Tully are there. And
I think so. Yeah. I can't believe
they worked on matches from what I understood. They didn't do a lot of the angles, but they worked on a lot of the matches from what I was told. You know, I don't have a ton of people that I know that are there anymore, but I mean, they worked on a lot of wrestling matches. And so that was a big focus for a lot of people, but a lot of these guys aren't taking. One of the criticisms that came out from somebody that I knew that was there, was like, he's like, there's these minds there to put matches together, but there's only limited amount of wrestlers that want to listen. And whereas in WWE, you were given like an agent and then they produce the match and that's it. In AEW, sometimes the agent really is just there and they let the wrestlers do it. And then other times the agent is producing the match. So you really don't know what you're going to get. And it depends on who the wrestlers are. Like FTR, probably very receptive to a match being booked by like Arn Anderson or something, or an agent.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
But other guys might say, nah, we're all set, Dad. We got it.
And I think that was the whole problem with the Brawl Out situation. I think Punk, who is a very outspoken person, knows storytelling, knows how to do this stuff, and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega weren't on board with it, and that's where the root problem came in. And he just called it out in public, and they didn't like it, and that's what caused the fight.
So I don't know why that's there. I gotta talk to the. No, thank you. We don't need that. That was weird.
It should be under my name. Like, just leave that huge. We talked about this last night. Actually.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you want to read that for me, Joes, for our radio listeners?
Danny's penis is huge. You tell me to do something, I'll do it, man.
Thank you. I don't know. Wild Eric's traveling podcast. Thank you. That was
no
better
reason.
Than super chat.
My mouth is open for no reason.
Now I can't vouch for that. I'm in Louisiana and he's in Vegas. I wouldn't know anything about it.
Oh my God.
That's how huge it is, folks. Even Joe can see it from multiple states.
You're in
space.
You're in Great Britain, so
it's
I'm
the
right across the water.
Dong. Oh my God, no.
I look that way, right across the water. I can see it. Like, you know what I mean? You're right there. I'm right on the coast of Massachusetts, so it's right up there. There you are.
But I'll be glad when he gets his stuff together again. And you know, when they first start, the one thing that's missing is Cody, and this guy understood storytelling. And we'll get to that on when we cover Raw, but that guy is missing, and I'm sure he leaned on Cody a lot.
Actually, Amanda, there's at least 2 people here who can vouch for that. Maybe 3. Anyway,
thankfully,
in the chat.
I can't.
In the chat. Anyway, so
but that is the common denominator. You see how much the storytelling's gone up in WWE, and it's gone down in AEW.
I never said it was you, Amanda. No, ew. Come on, you're like a sister. I don't know. Come on.
Did I hear you have like 7 ex-wives in the chat or something? Is that right?
Yeah, he's juggling chainsaws. Yeah, that's my man.
What? I mean, this is crazy. How do I get this? Like, this is awesome.
I told him, look, one of my exes shows up. Hey, I'm out. See you later.
Yeah. If only Dork was a Mormon, then he could have it all his own way.
Right.
Well, I am just a few hours away from Utah, so who knows? But no, I can't. Can't do that. Shit, I can't even put up with one woman most of the time. You kidding me? Imagine having like multiple. Oh my god. No. Yeah. Anyway, so I think we got about 10, 11 minutes till the union sanctioned or mandatory break we got to do for the KGRA radio network.
Hey, that's part of going big time, bro.
Yeah. So before we get into that, are we all wrapped up with the AEW?
I think we are.
Sure.
Yeah, long and short, it was decent enough. It had a couple of good wrestling matches, and but nothing you had to see, I guess.
Okay, and that's
a lot of blood again.
Oh God,
that's a staple.
Was it Moxley or Danielson?
Well, yes, both guys.
Both.
And then and then there was some blade jobs that were very obviously caught on camera too. So that's another.
That's a bummer. Well, hey, so let's before we get to the WWE talk, I think this is a nice little perfect segue. I gotta get my practice in. This is our other sponsor today, WWE Shop. So if you look in the chat right now, I'm getting a little bit better at this. There is a code, or no, a link rather, that you can use. And if you use coupon code WWE29, you get free shipping on orders over $29. And look at this Sami Zayn shirt. I kind of want that shirt. That's
no, I want the one above it, man.
You want
the Reigns one. Yeah.
You want the? I've already got 2 Roman Reigns shirts. I don't need a third.
You can't get enough Roman Reigns shirts.
Dude, I love me some Roman Reigns. He's like, I tell you what though, it's dangerous. He's teaching people how to gaslight, and it's just not. I don't know how good that is for.
It's great
for the youth of America. But I really want one of these Cody Rhodes shirts.
So
I'm just throwing this out there. Like,
I got an American Nightmare shirt, but it's an AEW one.
Yeah. So check out the link in the chat and in the description for those of you watching on replay. www.shop.sjv.io/dorkside. I'm gonna have to make a better link. That's very weird. Okay, but anyways, go there. Use coupon code WWE29, and you'll get free shipping on any order over $29, which is pretty much. I don't think they have anything less than $29.
Yeah, you're going to spend $29 to buy anything on that site. Yep.
Yeah, so
it's good stuff though.
If I have any like fans out there, who just want to surprise me with a gift, that's Sami Zayn shirts. I think I'd look good in it. Extra large. Anyway,
the honorary shirt. Whatever.
All right, so I did my obligatory. That's the ad too.
Hey man, I'm happy for you. That you were wondering if you're going to get that one. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
So all right, so let's dip our toes. We got about 8 minutes.
Don't worry about the time. We'll get the break.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about.
If you do that, we're going to be talking about nothing right up into it. So go.
Let's talk about the WWE and this road to WrestleMania, or the roads to WrestleMania. So Joe, not you, Joe. This Joe, or guest Joe.
Joe. Got it.
First of all, buddy, hey, put your channel in the thing. I know we only have a few people watching, but I'd like to,
Oh yeah, no,
have people sign up for you and or subscribe to you and stuff. And,
you can
and
just
share
find
your-
me. Just type in Joe Cronin Joe on YouTube.
Joe.
You'll find me easy.
Yeah, there you go.
Talk about a rising star who made it, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very prominent creator. Hopefully, he'll get the 100,000 marker. Very soon.
he's.
I've been stuck for a while.
Well, I appreciate you slumming it with us. I mean, we only got like 3,000 subs or whatever.
Well, this
but
is
anyway.
how I started this way. So I mean, I can't tell you how many years. You know what I mean? I did with 300 subs for a year. 3,000 subs by a year and a half or so. So I mean, this is exactly how I started doing this. Hanging out with some guys, building a small community, and it grows. So
right on.
Exactly what happened.
Well, what I wanted. What was you?
I just subbed to him. I heard a chime.
Okay, yeah, right on. So well, let's talk. Let's start with Raw. Joe, since you're the guest, what did you think of Monday Night Raw? And
that I watched that probably less than than AEW Dynamite.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, so here's with Raw. I barely I would have to go off of you guys because I literally don't remember what happened. I went live, I did the review, but I barely maybe I have short-term brain damage. I barely remember what went on.
Okay, well then it was actually a really good episode. We have the return of a WWE legend.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
The opening was great, right? Edge.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
yes. So we get Edge and Beth Phoenix who come out, and I tell you what, Beth Phoenix is scary looking. They could have had I don't know why they felt like they had to CG She-Hulk. They could have just painted that shit green.
Dude,
I mean,
she looked like she could still go.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, she was. I don't know what she's doing with her hair, but if you don't look, but her dude, she's fucking jacked. She's so huge, man. She's
a workout video on Instagram that I saw this morning is unreal. She is a beast. It's crazy.
Yeah. So so they come out and they lay out a challenge. Co-host.
Sir. What? I'm looking for something. What?
Oh, okay. No, I just
lay down a challenge. I
didn't think you were paying attention to the judgment. Yeah, to the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Yeah.
Yeah, and so apparently we're gonna get a match, I believe, at Elimination Chamber. It's gonna be a mixed tag match, I think. I mean,
right?
They haven't. They planted the seeds for it, but we didn't really get an answer because
all parties agreed to it now, and it's Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Edge, and Beth Phoenix.
Well, hopefully it happens. Hopefully it happens.
Oh, it'll happen. Yeah.
Because I tell you what, I don't even think it should be the regular mixed tag rules because both of those chicks could beat up most men I know. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
They just and I've been saying for a while now that I think Rhea Ripley is this generation's China. I mean, she's just badass, dude.
Yeah, she's close. She's close, but I don't know. Rhea, I like her better as a good guy.
Really?
I don't like what she's doing right now. Yeah,
I'm loving it, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm loving it. Oh, she's.
It's kind of like turning Charlotte. It's kind of like turning Charlotte babyface. I think this chick needs to be a babyface.
Charlotte's a natural heel. She should not be a babyface.
Right, exactly. And that's how I feel about her. I liked her better when she was a babyface. Okay. She's doing well at this.
When was she ever a babyface?
But the whole mommy thing really makes
I love it. Her and ex-condom. Are you kidding me?
Whatever.
Ex-condom? Come on.
You know what the thing is she's good in this role, but ultimately facing Charlotte, she'll be the face.
She'll be the face when that happens again. Yeah.
Yeah. And with China, I feel like China had that silent charisma from back in the day and the hype that, obviously Rhea doesn't quite have that, but she does have this in-ring talent that is above maybe China's wrestling ability. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So
she's got that in buckets. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
But that was the match that they talked about being made was Finn Balor.
Right. Then right after that promo ended with, I think, if memory serves correct, I think Adam Pearce made everybody leave because, except for Priest, because he had a match, qualifying match.
A qualifying match for Elimination Chamber against, what is the guy's name? Not Montez Ford. The
Angelo
other guy.
Dawkins. Yeah. Angie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and Damian Priest won.
Damian Priest, by the way, I'll be glad when he goes solo again. You know what? I was talking to my wife when I was doing my homework this morning. I was watching the show, not on DVR, or excuse me, not on Hulu, but I was watching it on DVR. I just fast forward through the commercials so I don't miss the storylines. And he just looks like the gay love child of Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns to me. He's tall and lanky, but the guy's got size, you know. And I'll be glad when they figure out a personality for him to go solo, because I mean, I really enjoy that guy a lot.
Thanks for stopping by, Amanda. I appreciate you. And go home runs or whatever. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But
so,
I'll be glad to see him. I'm going to be
I like Damian
to see
Priest.
How he does in Elimination Chamber.
I like Damian Priest just because of the whole how much he pays respect to Scott Hall. Like if you look at his tights and he does the Razor's Edge and like he's got the Outsiders droopy on his tights, but it's purple. So, and he's deceptively huge, man. Like he is
huge. He's tall and lanky, so you don't think he's that big, but when you really look at it, that guy's a powerhouse, man. Yeah. He needs to get back into leg day a little bit. That he'll be the total package. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, all right. I believe we're about a minute away from the break. So, the only other thing that stood out besides the big
quite
one,
a few things.
Well, no. I mean, after the break, we're going to talk about the Cody thing. But the other thing was Brock in his $5 denim jacket. Offering Bobby Lashley a multi-million-dollar contract or whatever.
Don't forget about the main event, my girl.
We'll get there on the other side of the break. That's where
don't poo-poo the girls, man, because they put on a hell of a match, man.
And they were the main event, which is another thing I like about Triple H. He ever since he's taken over, there's been a lot more women's matches main eventing, and
but it's the better ones. It's not the glam dolls out there kicking the shit out of each other. It's the grade A chicks out there.
Yeah, sometimes the women's wrestling is better than the men's, and not just because I like looking at hot women, because they're talented. You know what I mean?
Like get any of the 4 horsewomen from NXT days together, you're gonna have a good match, man. You get Charlotte, Bayley, Becky, or Sasha together for a match, you're gonna have a good one on your hands, no doubt.
Yeah. So, what's this? What's my mom? Mom, what do you mean by that? You giving me grief?
Host.
I don't know what that means. Am I in trouble?
Does the host get a percentage
of
you
what?
Better quit saying it. Yeah. Stop.
Of super chats. No, I don't think so. No, because it's not my channel.
Don't tell them how the sausage is made, my friend. Don't do that.
But please, super chat. The more the merrier. Hey, man, a rising tide lifts all.
It makes him.
Boats.
That's right. It makes him look good. Don't worry.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I don't know if Bill can hear me, but Mr. Bill, I think it's break time.
Hi guys, this is Gary from Pop Culture Minefield here on KGRA, and we're leaving for our first break. I hope we survive.
A birthday without her mom, an anniversary without her husband, her wedding day without her dad. These are the days when military families feel it most of all. The loss of their soldier, their sailor, their airman, their Marine, their Coast Guardsman. Families never forget their loved ones lost to war or illness or suicide. Families never forget, and neither do we. We are TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. We provide resources, support, and comfort to heal the hearts and meet the needs of grieving military families, all at no cost to them. Your generosity can make an enormous difference in the lives of the families of our fallen military heroes. Our military families need to know they are not alone and they are not forgotten. Show them your support at taps.org.
Are we alone in the universe? The most important question facing humanity is on the verge of being settled once and for all. The Mutual UFO Network has been at the forefront of this journey for nearly 50 years. Our members worldwide are dedicated to the research, documentation, and awareness that will shape the future of humanity. Won't you join us?
Hey members, the new KGRA DB app is now available on iOS and Android devices. Gain on-demand access to any KGRA DB programming. Download any show directly to your mobile device to listen or watch on the go. Go to the App Store and search KGRA DB.
Oh wow, we survived! Welcome back from the commercial break. Now for some more Pop Culture Minefield on KGRA.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
We can hear you just
Somebody
fine.
say something.
Hey, what's up? You sound
I
like
can't
you're in
hear
a funnel, though. Yeah. Hey.
Am I live? Hold up.
Yes.
The
You're alive.
aliens got him.
You're
Why is-
smoking. Dork.
They've made some changes to StreamYard I am not a fan of.
Yeah.
All right. Hold up.
Sounds like you're coming through your webcam instead of your
I
mic.
was, yeah. It's better
Oh,
now,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
There
Yep.
we go.
Yep, it's better now.
Why the hell does it keep doing that, man? I can't even. I try to sneak away to smoke a cigarette. That break, we need to make that break a little bit longer, man. I can't.
Yeah, that's not a. That's you're gonna break your ankle running back on those
Yeah.
breaks. But shout out to MUFON, man. I mean, the UFOs are landing today, and we get a MUFON commercial.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow, what a night last night, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Did I see they shot a capsule down or something
I
like
don't know.
that?
Yeah, they're going on all over the world right now too. It's not just here.
Like, you know what? Let's. I don't mind. Let's. I'm the master of derailing. It's my show. Fuck it. Let's talk about this.
Well, I was just saying, we always prepare during the week. Me and my brother got a WhatsApp thread
Mhm.
going, and we were always throwing headlines at each other. And I saw that one about the capsule that got shot down. So, what, Seattle area, something like that? Not
Yep,
sure. Or
Montana,
was it
right.
Alaska?
It was in Alaska. Now there's Montana, and then there was there's a whole bunch. There's 6 now that are on our territory, and
What?
13 confirmed around the world, I guess.
No, I'm not smoking in the house. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. You guys keep talking about this.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
The UFO invasion.
Another
Joe.
divorce coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the divorce coming. It's on its way. Yeah, but I saw the headline. I was like, "What the fuck?" And it wasn't just one; it was multiple. And I'm like, "Wait a minute! We had a balloon last week. Now we've amped it up to UFOs. I guess we're gonna have those big dishes show up in every city next, right?"
Well, and here's the thing: you literally have a situation where a narrative could be painted for any angle you want to take. You want to say it's government. You want to say it's China. You want to say it's Russia. You want to say it's us. You want to say it's made up by us to control everybody. You want to say it's really happening. I mean, there's every narrative you could go into everything.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
I
God.
don't even want to get on that tangent, man. You're getting
I just had to
pretty-
dodge a chancla. So
Okay.
I've done the same thing. The smoke I found out goes right up through the whatever into the upstairs. My wife's up there playing World of Warcraft or something, and she was like, "Are you smoking down there?" And I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, how the hell? I guess I can't do that." All right, I thought when I bought this house, like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah. No. So Monkey Jeebus, not mostly my family, like ex-wives and ex-girlfriends and things like that. For some
Hey, you're
reason.
here. You're not a next, are you, Monkey? No. Okay.
Right, Monkey. Oh God, this UFO stuff's crazy. Should we get back on track now?
I think you should, because if you get into this, it's gonna be like
we're done.
The rest of the show.
Hours on this.
It's going to be the rest of the show.
All right, so we were talking.
You wanted to talk about. I was taking notes, brother. You wanted to talk about Big Man next, Mr. Brock.
Yes.
And his dime store Levi jacket. Yeah.
So I'm loving this. But the blow off is going to be at Elimination Chamber. I thought they were going to stretch this taffy out to WrestleMania, but they're going to have a match at Elimination Chamber. Who do you think goes over?
Okay. This is
Oh, my mom is so
two
silly.
big guys.
It's not my Uncle Dave. It's a Jim Cornette reference. Dave Meltzer. Mom.
I think Brock is there to put people over now. So,
I do too.
Yeah.
That's what
I think that's his job now.
Yeah.
He's out of the main event
Especially
picture.
as like he just manhandled Bobby Lashley. You know what I mean? And I love how you could tell the second F5 was an audible because of the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did the one F5 and he gets his hat. And he's about to leave and everybody's like, one more time. And he's like, okay, fine.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Picks him up,
problem.
F5s him again.
Yeah.
So that was good. Then we get I'm telling you,
He'll
man, her
lose at the
business.
chamber though. He'll lose.
Yeah,
at the chamber.
yeah. Brock's gonna lose at the chamber. But speaking of Bobby Lashley, Hurt Business is coming back, baby. We got Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. They took on the Alpha Academy and won, which hasn't happened in forever. Those guys have been just getting jobbed out left and right.
Yeah, they have.
So I'm feeling good about the Hurt Business, because that was one of my favorite. Like them breaking that up.
Look at now and what we were talking about with AEW, right? You can see it coming. It's a slow build. He did an interview in the ring with, who was he interviewing? It was that
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory.
Yeah,
That's it.
You
have to excuse me. I'm an old man, and sometimes I friggin' slow on the uptake.
It's okay, man. Hey, have another swig of beer while you're at it.
No. But they did that interview, and Lashley come in and busted that guy up. I mean, yeah, it's coming around, and it's slow storytelling. When the Hurt Business gets back together and starts messing some people up, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, man. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I know some other stuff happened on Raw, but the only, or I guess I should cover this because we are talking about Elimination
don't
Chamber.
Gloss over Raw now.
I'm not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
And Heyman.
No, we're gonna end with that one.
Okay.
But as far as the Elimination Chamber goes, so Montez Ford,
he wins his match. Yep.
He won his match. So now the Elimination Chamber, and this is where I miss John Doswolf, and he'd pull up the graphic for us, but I don't have time to find it. But so now we have the matches set, and the men's Elimination Chamber match has all of its participants, and the winner gets the U.S. title. And I appreciate what they're trying to do with the U.S. title, but they either need to just break the titles up, or unveil a new belt and just have one title for both brands. Because it's like, I don't know. I think the Intercontinental title has more prestige than the U.S.
That's why
title.
it's on SmackDown.
That's the problem here is, to me, dude, they're treating the United States title kind of like the Intercontinental belt, but the Intercontinental belt is still there. So the Intercontinental belt gets lost when we all see it as a little higher than U.S. title. And so it's bothering us. I don't think the younger generation cares because they don't understand really. But for anybody over 25 or 30 at least, all you can think of is, why is the Intercontinental belt? And I know it's on Walter and stuff. It just nothing looks right. The Intercontinental belt, it doesn't look like the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, I hate this Intercontinental belt design. I hate it.
Yeah, so if like you just said, it would add a lot if they could merge those and make the value much better. Or honestly, if they just brought the title belt, there's something wrong, and I don't 100% know what to do, because you want the U.S. belt there too, I guess. But yeah, it feels like we can't get it out of our heads that the U.S. belt is being more put over than the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, and that's the problem. The stepping stones were always, you get the U.S. first, then the Intercontinental belt was the step before the championship.
Yeah,
you got that. You were in line for the WWE championship.
Yeah, and I love when Cody won the IC title way back in the day. He brought back the iconic Mr. Perfect belt, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? The Razor Ramon belt, that design. That's my favorite Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, it's just the only thing I remember about the U.S. belt really is
from WCW.
Cena's open challenges. That's about it.
Yeah,
when he had it.
That's the best it was in this current generation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. So, okay, we got that out of the way. Now let's talk about the women's cage match because that was
supposed to be last week.
No, 2
but
weeks
they
ago.
ran out
It
of
was,
time.
Raw
so
30. It was supposed to be 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Raw 30.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. But what'd you guys think of that? That was a. I don't know, man. I know like people. Like Corny doesn't like women's matches. I don't know what his problem is, but I thought this was a good match. What'd you think?
Well, I thought it was really cool. Of course, anything with the last kicker in it, I'm gonna watch. She's my favorite in WWE.
The man. She's the man.
She's got several names. Becky Two Belts.
I know.
Big Time Bex, whatever you want to call her. I like the last kicker because I'm Irish and it sounds Irish.
Fair enough.
That's why I like that one. But yeah, what? And of course, she's battling against.
Yeah, but
Damage Control again, not just one of them, even though they're in a cage, right? She's trying to get out. One of them comes up at her, and I'm like,
yeah. So then, who comes out to the rescue?
Everybody's favorite other redhead, other than her, the one from back in the day, Lita comes out there and cleans house.
I mean,
so she can make sure that the girl I like to call. I'm sorry, guys, if you're a Bailey fan. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Butterface gets smashed in the face with a gate to keep her from coming out the gate, and right into a roll up with a move with Bailey. So or excuse me, with Becky.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, too awesome. Great. So, Lita coming out there was awesome. Yeah.
The home wrecker Lita, or did I say? I'm sorry. I mean Lita.
That's what you call her. It's okay though.
No, Lita comes out, and have you guys heard the big rumor about who's coming out next?
No.
Trish Stratus. The rumor is Trish Stratus is going to appear in Montreal to somehow get involved so they can set up a WrestleMania match where it's going to be Becky with Trish and Lita versus Damage Control. What are your thoughts if that's actually going to happen? This is being reported in the Wrestling Observer, so take it with a grain of salt.
Well, Trish, we all know she's a fitness nut, so she can go anytime they need her. Yeah, that's that'd be a fun match. Sure.
Ryan, we haven't heard a lot from you, buddy. What do you think about this possibility of this Becky with some legends facing off Damage?
I think it would be a good way of highlighting women's wrestling of the past, because in the past, say 20 years ago, when I was just a toddler, women's wrestling was a joke. It was just
bra and panties matches, yeah.
Just showcasing attractive women for a mostly male audience. So I think it would be good to have that kind of match dynamic to bring in the best of the past with the best of the present to build a brighter
What happened?
future.
He just nutted. What happened?
When I hear breast, I'm like,
we can't continue.
I have an orgasm. I don't know.
Oh my!
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, he just nutted. I know that sound. Anyway,
but the idea of a women's cage match and that match bringing in a legend to even the odds, as it were, very good. And we need women's wrestling to be spotlighted because for so many decades it was just considered a joke within the biggest brand of professional wrestling.
Yeah, no, 100%. I totally agree with that. Joe Cronin, sir, what do you think of this possibility of Becky teaming up with some legends to take on Damage Control?
Everything.
And who do you think goes over?
I love it. I think the good guys win. Okay. And yeah, I do. I like it because, like you just said, everything of the generations, just Trish and Lita alone, like you could, you put them out there in a moment. I mean, the crowd would pop for that. And so all the new fans to see that excitement with some of the new characters, it's perfect for Damage Control. They've worked hard. I'm not a big fan of Damage Control or any of this stuff, mostly recently, to be honest, but it's good for Damage Control to get this sort of payoff and to put all these women together in the best situation possible. And this sounds like it is it. I'd be behind this 100%. And we have come a long way, man. I remember being 10 years old when Alundra Blaze left and WWE abandoned the women's wrestling. I remember thinking as a kid, I mean, I wasn't crazy or anything like that, but I remember thinking, what happened to the women? How come there wasn't where'd the women's wrestling go? It's just sort of in my head, why is there no division?
They only had 4 women back in the day. It was Okana. What's her name? The big.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. Something Bull. Something like that.
Bull
Bull something like that. And then Alundra Blaze, and like. I can't even name anymore. I mean,
there were a lot of Japanese loners at the time.
Yeah,
I feel like
it was so bad that WWE didn't even know that their women's champion, that her contract had expired. So she was able to show up on WCW and throw the WWF title in the trash on live TV. That's how much they neglected women's wrestling. And if you look at it now, the women get to, and I do like they do the 2 nights now, because one of the nights is always now anyway is a women's match main eventing WrestleMania, and I love that. And I really hope that Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley main event night 1, and Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns main event night 2. That's kind of what I'm hoping. How that goes down. Once we get into, I'm going to talk more about Damage Control once we get to SmackDown. But I think we've covered everything except the big thing. Was there anything before we get into Cody? Was there anything else noteworthy on Raw?
No, not really.
No, okay.
I don't think so. I think you're about to get into probably the biggest thing that happened on the show and the most talked about thing.
So I don't know if you saw my tweet, Joe.
I'm banned on Twitter, so
no. I mean, I'm my Joe. Sorry.
Okay.
But
I've been working the last 2 days.
No, it's all good. While watching it, I was watching Raw live, and I literally tweeted out, "I'm not crying, you're crying."
Right?
Hashtag.
Yeah.
That was such a good segment.
It was.
So,
it was.
Joe, I know you want to talk about it, so I'm going to pass it over to you, buddy.
Dude,
I'll let you steer the ship.
We have said it and said it and said it. The guy is a great storyteller. Anytime Cody gets on the mic, it's a great story. I don't know what else to say about the guy. He learned well from his father. Okay?
It's not just Cody. It's Heyman's
good too. Don't get me wrong. I've always loved Paul Heyman, but and without Paul's help, this wouldn't have had the impact. When he started getting teary-eyed,
Do you think that was like real? Like he broke him? Like he was like?
Oh no, he didn't break him.
Or do you think that was?
But I think he got into the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to break Heyman, man. Heyman's been around the business.
I tell you what, the best promo on Raw and SmackDown both involve Paul Heyman, but we'll get into the other one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Right.
But oh my God.
But anyway, to finish up my thoughts about this, dude, they got into a discussion about, he was telling him, hey, you helped me coming up, and it really it got to Heyman. You could tell it did, because he was remembering some things.
I almost expected it when he said the part about like, calling his dad during the hard times.
Yep.
And to book him and promised him. I thought he was going to say and then you didn't pay him, but no, he puts Paul over.
He put him over big time.
Yeah.
And it visibly got to Paul. It did.
Yeah.
But he gathered himself quickly and got back into it. And then he started talking about how much I loved your dad, and I'm really happy you've done well and all this stuff. And it got to a point where, he loved you. You're his favorite son. And I knew right when he said that, he's setting him up for a slam dunk.
Yeah.
And because, you don't pick between sons. You just don't do that. Right.
Yeah.
And,
but the button at the end.
Son, but Roman was the son he always wanted. And
yeah,
the mic.
And then he literally drops the mic, because that was a mic
He's
drop
figuring to
moment.
leave it, and Cody didn't let him leave. He said, I just been trying to win a championship, but now it's personal.
Yeah.
And you're not going to pay for it. Your client's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
When I take both his belts. It was awesome. It was a great promo, man.
Fucking gold, man.
Yeah,
it was fucking gold.
Yeah.
Ryan, Joe, you guys at the bottom here, like, what did you guys think of this promo?
Well, I'll start first. For me, the ending I found to be quite surprising. I know they're both on opposite sides, but the way it was executed was so well done. And it creates that emotional connection. At the start, it was positive, and then it slowly but surely went negative to the point of being outright venomous, which then ups the hype as it were. You've got this big guy in Roman Reigns that no one really liked at the start, but keep on pushing him, and I'm sure he'll get there. And you've got this guy that everyone seems to like, Cody Rhodes, the man who's been there, done it.
He's their number one merch seller right now. Like that's a fact. Like Cody Rhodes is their number one merch seller. So yeah, he's
two big stars are going to clash at the biggest event of them all. No doubt it will be a triumph for WWE, at least in my view.
Yeah, can we get that audio as like some of the promo for the match? Jesus, Ryan. WWE needs to hire Ryan.
They do, man.
Right?
I can't memorize scripts, my good man. Hence, I can't even read them from in front of my computer.
I'm gonna cut video of that promo from the other night, and then cut what you just said, and then cut cinematic music over it. And my God, you might be hired tomorrow. Like, and part of it's the accent, but it's not just that. It's the words you chose to use. I'm sending this to Road Dogg. This is crazy.
Hell yeah. No, Ryan, you were a great addition, man. I'm glad. Joe, I don't know if you know how we met, but I don't know how he found out about me, but he reviewed.
That's what he does, man. Yeah. That's what I told you, Ryan. When you did the review of his channel, just like me, I didn't know who you were either, and I said that's what he does, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I had to reach out to Ryan, and I'm glad I met you, bro, because you're
likewise, my good man. If I had known you were part of Pop Culture Minefield earlier, I would have made you a rising star earlier. This channel, folks, this hub of content creation, its potential is limitless.
Oh my God!
I make content out of creative, and as well as viewers. So you guys, so much potential, and I think you're going to do well for many years to come.
I still can't get over the fact I have a son older than you, Ryan. It's just crazy.
Yes, I'm 23 years old.
Jesus, you're 23 years old?
He's 23 years old, bro.
And I have a 24-year-old son. So
I'm sitting here 57, and he's spouting this stuff up. Yeah.
My God, when you're like, I don't know, man. That's crazy. That's wild. I can't believe I'm going to be 40. Like, what's going on? Like,
when he gets to be middle-aged, he's going to be ruling YouTube, dude. Yeah, no doubt.
He'll be sitting there, like, making fun of, like, breaking channels apart.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, he'll be destroying channels at that point. Yeah. Check out this idiot. Yeah.
I'll have to check you out, Ryan. That's pretty cool.
Man, what you're doing is great, dude.
And
it shines a spotlight on a lot of guys that need the help, and we all appreciate it. I can tell you that, Ryan. Really
for sure.
Good.
Yep.
So I think that I know there was some other crap on Raw, but like that pretty much. That's really
that was the highlight.
About. Yeah,
we're done with Raw, bro.
All right, so I actually took notes for SmackDown. I tried it. I try to be professional.
I did. I have to dip out. I have to run away.
Okay, bro. Well, hey, thank you so much, Joe.
With you. Thank you guys.
Anytime, always. The door is always open for you. Anytime.
It's good to meet you, Joe. You take care of yourself, brother.
Thank you, guys. I will promote. I'll try to work on. We'll come up with something so we can promote it up or do something for you.
Oh,
yeah, and hey, if you ever want me on, I'm a whore like that.
I definitely want you to.
Likewise.
I will. I need. My last co-host just left, so I really just do it solo. So I would love to have you on and do something. We'll talk and we'll do something for sure, man. I love what you guys do. I'm glad I met you how I did, and
I gotta thank Brian and Shane for that. So you take care, and if it's your thing, enjoy the what's it called again? The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl.
I just know that I have money on it. That's all I know. I have money on it. And that's all I know right now. All right, bye guys.
Take care, Joe.
Bye for now.
Well, that was cool, man. That was I just threw him out the invite last night during his show as I was watching his show.
Yeah.
And I didn't think he'd come because he's huge, man. Like, I don't know if you've seen his channel. He's got like
I just subscribed. What's he got? It's I don't have it up right now, but it's in the tens of thousands of
he was definitely slumming it with us, I would say. But anyhow.
Dude, look, the best one. Let me tell you something, buddy.
You just made the list.
Are never slumming.
Yes,
slumming. That they enjoy being with each and every one of us. So That's been my experience. The best guys, they treat you like you're one of them.
Totally.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, this is actually a good place for the final sponsor of the show, since we're transitioning over to what is it, to the SmackDown,
Mm-hmm.
So Joe,
sir,
I just need you to fill some dead air while I'm looking for something.
Absolutely. If you wanted me to do my spot, I can do it real quick. It's fine.
Oh, fucking A, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, you want me to do it?
Yes. Okay,
no
everybody.
No problem.
Play your little do I need to share your screen now before I do this?
Yeah, I don't have my video, but that's
What?
Okay. We can. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, man.
We don't have our producer this week. He's the one that would usually run it.
Fair enough.
That's fine.
Doss Wolfen, we miss you. We need you.
This segment is called State of the Apron, boys and girls.
Ooh.
And we are going to start, and I'm just going to let you know before we get started, State of the Apron is all about the hardest part of the ring, which we know is the apron. And the hardest part of pro wrestling is these young guys trying to get to the big two. And I always like I was talking earlier when me and Ryan were talking about support your local wrestler. Yes, definitely do that, because this is the next step for him. And there he goes. He's throwing something else up there. I don't know why he's doing that. But anyway, we're going to get there.
I apologize. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
This is why we need Doss Wolfen, damn it.
Exactly. Look at the chaos that happens. But what I like to look at is the guys that are up and coming, or where have the guys from WWE gone? My segment last week, something happened whenever I sent it to Danny, and the last 3 minutes got cut. But if you go to my channel, you can see it. The whole
Answer the goddamn question. When are you coming?
Hopefully within the next 48 hours.
48 hours?
I realize you must have gone through hell.
Gone? Bitch, we still here.
And I guess he's going to continue to do this to me. But anyway, we're going to start with Major League Wrestling.
It's because, it's State of the Apron. It's got to be plagued with bloopers and
with bloopers and all that stuff. Okay, I got you. Anyway, Major League Wrestling has a new show. They're back on television. They're on the Reels Network, if you know what that is. If you can find that network, that's where they're at. And it's a show called Major League Underground.
If you have a Roku television, there's an actual Reels channel,
an app.
Okay,
I got you. I'm not sure if I even have it on my Sling package or not. I'll have to look and see. But they started up last week, and they had a match between EJ Nduko and our man Alexander Hammerstone, this guy right here, who I have told you guys, keep an eye on that dude. He's actually out of the Vegas area. Johnny Rock hipped us to the fact that he's actually a local out there in Vegas, but he is the champ in Major League Wrestling.
Why did you say his name? Just like in wrestling, when you say somebody's name, they just freaking show up.
They show up out of nowhere. What's up?
Hey,
what
guys.
What are you doing?
You some bitch. Why you got to interrupt the State of the Apron?
You're going to have to talk. I can barely hear you guys.
Well, that's on you, brother.
Well, let us know how you doing.
And dip out.
Listen to this guy. Can you even hear us?
No, I'm in a room. Look at all this.
Wow.
I got hundreds of Screaming Eagles fans behind me right now.
Are you at Blue Dogs? Are you at Blue Dogs?
He cannot hear you.
Wait, what?
Are you at Blue Dogs?
No, I'm at Torrey Pines.
Oh, okay. All right. Jesus Christ. All right. Say whatever you want to say, because I'm going to boot your ass. This is ridiculous.
Well, hey, I can barely hear you guys. I just wanted to say have an awesome show. I'm going to have an awesome day. Go Birds.
All right. Good deal.
All right, brother.
Good luck to you, buddy.
Peace out.
Have
Sorry
a great day.
Don't say his name anymore, okay? Don't do that. He's like fucking Beetlejuice. Come on now.
All right, bro. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a rule I needed to remember.
I actually
did not say one of the hosts' name from the show. when he's not here. But anyway,
all right.
Tyra Valkyrie, as I've
Not
told
me.
you.
How do I make it you instead of me? I need John so bad. This sucks.
It's okay, bro. It's okay.
Oh,
It's
God.
right.
Damn it. All right. You know what?
Just
Fine.
leave it there.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry,
anyway,
I said GD, Mom. Okay.
So that's you've got those guys. Now, let's go to
Told you, Joe. Look at the screen.
Let's check out now in NWA what's happening this week. The big question is, where is Kota Ibushi going to end up?
Ooh.
Now, if you don't know who this guy is, he was, I guess he's most famous for, well, he's a really good wrestler, first of all, but New Japan, he was tag team partner with Kenny Omega for many, many years. And when he was down there, and this guy is really good. But the big question is, where is he going to be? Well, he's going to be performing in GCW right now. His contract was up in New Japan Pro Wrestling as of February 1st, and everybody's wondering where he's going to go. Rumor is WWE wants him. AEW definitely wants him because they always like to bring in the New Japan guys. So it's going to be interesting to see where we see him. But the next time he wrestles will be for GCW. And if you don't know who they are, it's Game Changer Wrestling. It's a smaller promotion. They're usually on Fight TV when they do shows. So look for that. Kota Ibushi, keep an eye out for that name. And let's see where he's going to end up next. Will he re-sign with New Japan? Will he go back, or is he going to move on to something else? Really, the world is his oyster. Everybody wants him, and it's going to be interesting to see where he shows up. The next thing I want to talk about is the results from the NWA. Their promotions right now, I really don't like their champ. His name is Tyrus. He's huge. He's a monster, but he's just not very personable. It's kind of like having a bouncer as the champ. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. That's what it comes
I
off.
remember this guy. He was in the WWE one time. Big guy. He's also on Fox television every now and again.
Yep, he is. But he's their champ right now. I'm really a fan of, this is another name you need to watch out for. Where is Nick Aldis going to show up? He was the guy that carried the NWA for the last 3 years or so. And probably most notably actually longer than that, the independent promotion that All In, the real birthplace of AEW wrestling, it featured halfway through it a match between Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes for the NWA Championship. And highly recommend going back and watching that. Cody won it, but then he dropped the belt right back to him a month later at one of the NWA pay-per-views. But I digress. The results here, the main things you really want to know about are Tyrus beat Matt Cardona. If you don't know who that is, he was Zack Wilder in WWE. And I think he's either dating or married to Chelsea Green, I think. Something like that. The girl that just showed up in WWE. Anyway, Tyrus beat Matt Cardona at this one. This was last night. And also Camille, who was the insurance policy for Nick Aldis. If you haven't seen this chick, imagine somebody the size of Charlotte, only drop dead gorgeous. Okay. This chick is a babe, and she is muscular and huge. Her name is Camille, and she was Nick Aldis's the national treasure, Nick Aldis. And if you don't know who he is, look him up. He's Mickey James's husband. You might have seen him as Impact Wrestling. Oh, if you've ever watched that promotion, he was Magnum. He was their champ for quite a while, but he's been in the NWA for about 5 years, the last 5 years, but his contract was up on January 1st this year, and he hasn't been seen since. So it's going to be interesting to see where he shows up. But Camille kept their women's championship, and she beat Angelina Love. She used to be part of a tag team with Velvet Sky called the Beautiful People. And if you haven't watched these promotions, I really tell you should try them out every once in a while. Now, NWA had some funny stuff last week when they did their first Power episode. You may recognize voices, or excuse me, some faces here. This girl's name is Sean Taylor, but or excuse me, I can't remember this girl's name, but it was a marriage segment, and you see here, it's Santina Marella is the master of ceremonies, I'll call him, because he wasn't a priest or anything. But this is Damian Sandow right here. He's been in the NWA for a couple of years now, and his name is Sean Taylor in that promotion. Yeah. So the guys that used to be in the WWE, they're still around in different places. Matter of fact, I watched a match earlier this week on Impact. The opening match of Impact this week was between Kurt Hawkins, who, you remember, he had that famous losing streak in WWE a few years back. He's now known as Brian Myers, and he beat the crap out of what we used to know as Fandango. He's now called Dango in Impact Wrestling. They had a great match to open that show this week, and Brian Myers is part of a faction called the Major Players, and the Major Players are him and Matt Cardona, Zach Wilder, right? Yeah. And you're going to see a lot of names across promotions, because in Impact Wrestling, Santina Marella is actually the DOA, Director of Authority. He makes the matches in Impact Wrestling. Another one, yeah. And their next pay-per-view is going to be on the 24th of February. So find a way to watch that. It's called No Surrender. There's a lot of good matches made for it, but I always like to show this girl because I love this chick. She is the wife. Do it. So
is that Tommy Dreamer?
That is Tommy Dreamer right there. Yep. They were in a tag match against two guys and beat them. Yeah. Oh, stop it. Hang on. But we're fixing to get to the part that I was telling you about earlier, man. This is the last part of the State of the Apron. This is from Impact. They had the digital. I'm going to share I'm going to share the audio on this now, and you guys have got to hear this. This is freaking hilarious. They have a digital media championship, and the guy who is
Zack Ryder had that gimmick before,
right?
Yeah, the internet champ.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is the digital media belt they have now in Impact, right? And check this out. This is Joe Henry, and I think he's British. I'm not sure. He's got an accent. I'm not sure if it's Australian or British, but I haven't seen this guy much. But you've got to hear this. This is the song he made to just totally disrupt Zach Wilder. Zach Ryder. Zack Ryder. I keep saying Wild. It's Ryder.
Yeah.
But
driving
Matt
Monkey
Cardona
Team is crazy.
Matt
Cardona.
Cardona. Okay,
Cardona.
whatever. Anyway, that guy right there, he's the heel in this situation. Okay. He's the heel. And I knew you'd love that, dude.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
All right, boys and girls. Well, that's State of the Apron for this week. I just want to let you know what's going on the other promotions other than the WWE and the AEW. There's a lot of them out there. And
right on.
Like me and Ryan been trying to tell you, watch your local guys too. Some of the best matches I've ever seen have been in bar rooms.
Dude,
so, hey,
when I saw Booker T has a promotion called Reality of Wrestling. And you guys know, huge Booker T fan.
Yes.
Not as big as a Bret Hart, but still it's up there. And they've done one show in Vegas, and I took CC, and we went to dude, it was so much fun. We were like right up front. And I tell you, I've met Booker T several times. Every time I've met this man, he's just he's a genuine great human being. He really is. Yeah. And it was so cool because when you go to these indie shows, they're intimate, and you're able to talk to, like, I got to talk to everybody. I got to talk and shake hands with Brad Gilmore, Booker T, Will Allday, Disco Inferno. Jesus Christ. I was taking a leak in the bathroom, And then Disco Inferno comes to the urinal next to me, and I do a double take, and I'm like, what the? Because I was not expecting him to even be there. You know what I mean? But he was like he was their guest host or whatever,
right?
What or what you said, a master of ceremony. And he kept doing this 5-star match thing. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if it's available to watch on YouTube, but it was. I think it might be on his the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel, but it was awesome, and I really hope they come back. But we've got FSW out here in Vegas. We've got Versus Pro Wrestling out here in Vegas, which I was fortunate to do that Mankind gimmick thing with. So yeah, definitely. I won't say they're more fun. Nah, fuck it, I will. They're more fun than the big shows because you're.
Well, it's a different thing. It's a different thing. The production value is not there, boys and girls.
No, it's not.
They have to do it all right there in the ring and have fun with you.
Yeah,
and they're interacting with you one-on-one.
They really are. And
that's how they build their heat. They do it by calling you stupid and things like that. Yeah.
No, it was so good. I actually thought I was going to get smacked by this one dude because I was talking mad shit, and he literally did the whole this thing here.
Well, you know the stories that Jim tells about the old friggin' territory days down south in Louisiana, man. Damn near getting mugged on the way out of the stadium. They had to run out of some of the places they were leaving, you know?
Kyle's in the house. Again, Kyle, just like our buddy Joe Cronin, who was here earlier. Always an open invite. Always an open invite, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
You never know, folks. A wrestling promotion by the name of Reality-based wrestling could be something.
RBW, baby.
The guy, now check it out. The wrestling promotion that my stepson just refereed for. What's RK Bro? Matt Riddle?
Yeah.
He started there.
Oh, wow.
Maryland. Yeah. So, they've had a few start there. So, yeah, you never know what you're going to see. Never do.
So, well, you've wrapped up the state of the apron. All right, so let's get into.
We just got SmackDown left, baby.
Let's get into the hottest show of the week, in my opinion. It was so good, it actually inspired me to take notes. So I'm telling you, man, I never thought I'd say this again in my life, but WWE is just on fire right now. It's so good. We get the show opens up with another amazing Heyman promo, but this time it's so great. I love how they're using Heyman. So on Raw, he was used to help hype up the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and on SmackDown, he was used to hype the Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber. And holy shit. Heyman opens both. He is, dude. He opens both shows with amazing promos. What did you? It's not as good as the Cody Rhodes one, in my opinion, but this was a good one. Sami Zayn gets in his what did you guys think of this promo? It was
it was great, dude. I mean, he's letting him know, hey, there's consequences, baby. You can't just run around doing this to the head of the table. You can't do that. Yeah,
dude. No, Sammy is on fire, and I can't wait till we get the heartbreaking moment, because this is what's going to happen at Elimination Chamber. Somehow Jay's going to get involved, who we'll talk about in a little bit, and Sammy's going to think he's there to back him up, but he's going to stab him in the back or through the heart. Roman's going to spear 1, 2, 3, or what would be even better? Oh my God.
I'll tell you what would be better if they only wrestled for one belt and he won. That would be better.
The dusty finish. So we're supposed to be talking Elimination Chamber predictions. Here's mine. That match is going to have. Do you guys know what I mean by the dusty finish? Do you guys out there in the chat know what I mean by the dusty finish?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, so this is the dusty finish. We've actually had one of these recently. I think it was an AEW though. So you get Sami Zayn gets pins him. The ref counts 1, 2, in 2.99. Roman gets his pinky or something on the rope, or just moves his hand under the rope. The ref goes 3. Crowd pop. The ref doesn't see the thing. Crowd pops. We get the moment where Sammy gets to hold the title. We get the celebration. And then
no.
And then Adam Pearce comes out and it's like, no, you missed this. Match must continue. And then Roman Reigns wins after some type of interference from Jay. I'm calling it here, folks. That's a Dusty Rhodes finish. That's a classic Dusty Rhodes maneuver. It's called the Dusty finish. I think that's what's going to happen. What do you guys think about that?
They could do it that way. Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see him win one of the belts. That's what I'd like to see.
I mean, I would too, but like, I don't think they're splitting those belts up. I really don't. I think Cody's, because Cody's been teasing it a lot. I don't know. I mean, I'm such a wrestling nerd. I watch The Bump. It's a show that WWE puts on YouTube. And he was on there recently, and man, he was sitting right next. So they have a Winged Eagle replica belt, like on in their set or whatever. He was sitting right next to it, and he kept referencing it and kept pointing to it, kept talking about it. And he's gone on record many times saying that that's his favorite title, and if he had anything to do with it, he'd bring that belt back. I think he's going to beat Roman Reigns in the Raw after WrestleMania. He's going to unveil the new single unified.
I'd like to see him unify those belts.
Yeah, and it be the Winged Eagle design. That's what I think's going to happen, man. But
and then they squash him, and then the whole cycle of good guy versus bad guy starts all over again.
I really hope not.
SummerSlam where he gets it back again.
Yeah, I hope not. I want I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to see Cody lose anytime soon at all. Like, I really don't. No, Cody's so over, man, and but I get it. It's always better for business when the baby face is chasing the title, but that's what we're getting right now, and I think we're going to get the ultimate payoff at WrestleMania. But we're not here to talk about WrestleMania. We're here to talk about the Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber.
And on the way to the Elimination Chamber, we had this episode of SmackDown. So most of SmackDown was like, Lacey Evans beat some jobber. The Hit Row, lost to Drew and Sheamus. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green got their asses whipped. There wasn't okay. So here's what I want to talk about: Bloodline. It's because it's always about the Bloodline. That tag match. Yeah, that tag match. Jimmy comes out by himself. I don't know what they're going to call the team, but the Flippy Flopper and the Monster. The Monster Floppers.
Monster Flopper.
Right. Monster Flopper? Is that what we're calling Ricochet and Braun Strowman? Is that what we're calling them?
Yeah, sure. The Monster Floppers. They were feeling pretty good about themselves, but then all of a sudden, through the crowd,
here he comes.
Main event, Jey Uso makes his way down through the fans.
Couldn't find him the whole show. Can't get him on the phone.
I know, right? They were doing that bit the whole show where Jimmy's calling him, leaving voicemails. Paul Heyman's like, "Hey, man, have you seen your brother?" "No, I'm trying." He's like, like there was a lot of those little segments in it.
Yep.
And dude, it was weird. I was conflicted and I think the audience was too, because they treated Jay like he was a babyface when he showed up, man. They pop for that dude, man. Well, he is for now until he screws over Sami Zayn.
Anybody that's not in that storyline, anybody that's not hitting Sammy is a good guy in their eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
He may not have beat anybody up over Sammy, but he didn't hit him and he walked away from those fools, right? Yeah.
Dude, it was actually a good match, and I liked how they ended it with the blind tag. Cause it was actually really fucking well done. So Ricochet does his, I don't know what that move's called, but it's fantastical. Some kind of flippy floppy move.
The spinny move.
Yeah, he does his finisher onto Jimmy, but Jay did the blind tag. And the way it was so perfect. So when he hits it, he bounces up and flips over on his back. Doesn't know about the blind tag, and the second he lands on his back, Jey Uso comes down with his big frog splash and pins him for the 1-2-3. I loved it. What did you guys think? That was awesome,
dude. You can say what you want about the Usos. Everybody knows the best wrestling tag team going today is FTR. We all know that. You know, old schoolers and new schoolers love the guy.
Hey, son, I'm live on a podcast. Is this important enough to interrupt? I'm going to put you live on air. Here you go.
No, I'm just on my way.
Okay, buddy. I'll see you soon. Love you.
But arguably the best tag team for the last decade in the WWE has been the Usos. I mean, they are
chemistry.
They are the best.
That move was so cleverly crafted,
dude. Right? It was like butter. It was like perfect, like
so smooth.
Yeah, it was. It was so good. And then after the match, they have that little segment backstage.
Yeah.
And Jay's like, where Jimmy's like, hey, you come in. He's like, nah, man, you're my brother. I'm here for you. But I ain't, you know, he didn't say one. Yeah, he's like, it's like, and then he leaves. And then a little later,
Heyman.
and then okay.
That was the best part. I've been waiting for you to get to it. Yeah, I want you to stay home because you can see a lot more on TV.
That's how the show ends. So hold up. So let's just okay. Let's put a pin in that.
Yeah, put a pin in that.
We'll sidetrack a little bit. Then we get okay. So I've been saying that Baszler and Rousey are going to take on Damage Control for the titles, the tag titles at WrestleMania. And they're going to win. And I think they're going to make those belts actually fucking mean something. You know, I think they're going to run that division and they're going to hold those titles. Shit.
That would be good.
At least a year.
How many times have you heard me say that Baszler is the modern day Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
It should be booked that way. Should be. For the women's side.
I love it because so this part I want to talk about. Natalya comes out. Look, first of all, the only reason she got her spot in Elimination Chamber is because it's in fucking Canada. Let's be real. There's no way she's winning it. In no way at all she's winning it. However, for some reason she decides to single out Baszler. I'm sorry.
You got 3 minutes. Go.
Oh shit. We gotta hurry. She singles out Baszler, calls her the knockoff Ronda Rousey. So she comes out and oh shit, 90 seconds. Well, okay, let's just long story short, Ronda Rousey comes out. They both put the beat down on Natalya. I think that's going to lead to the thing. Anyways, Sammy and Jay see each other in the backstage area where the trucks are. They have a nice talk. They dap. And then at the very end of the show, Heyman says, I want you guys to stay home for Elimination Chamber because sometimes you see, like, basically insinuating Roman saw
what you did.
Yeah.
Roman saw. He saw what you guys were talking about backstage.
Yeah. The other thing, Madcap Moss won the Fatal 4-Way because apparently to face Gunther for the Intercontinental title because at WrestleMania it's going to be a 3-way with Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre, and apparently you've got to go through Madcap Moss to get to Drew McIntyre. But that's this week's show, everybody. I hate that I had to speed it up. I got to get better at this, because KGRA runs the show. I want to talk to you guys afterwards if we can.
We'll be here.
But hey, thank you everyone in the chat. Normally, Dos Wolfen gives me a list, and I run through it, and I thank you. But I don't have him here today. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up. We love and appreciate you. And we will see you next week with the Elimination Chamber result, whatever he's talking about. We'll see you next week about the Elimination Chamber results.
Bye for now, folks.